Hi there, I am Anas Al-Aweed and we are going to continue analyzing the Goblin Market poem by Christina Rossetti. In the previous video, I have said that after Lizzie left her sister alone in the forest, then the Goblin man, they approached her and they convinced her to buy their fruits. So Laura, as a young girl who is less experienced than her sister, she accepts to buy the fruits, and after she ate the fruits she got ill, and she started to lose her peace in mind, which means also she lost her purity and virginity, as we can sense through reading the lines. So I will continue now reading and explaining the fourth video of this poem. Well, it's one poem, but I have divided it into a lot of videos, maybe 10 videos, that I will explain the poem through these videos, because it's really huge and it's a really long poem and I don't want to explain it in one video. So, well, starting with line 141. Lizzie met her at the gate, full of wise upridings. Upridings means reproaching. I mean, she is rebuking her sister, but in a positive way. She is teaching her. See, wise upridings. Dear, you should not stay so late. Twilight is not good for maidens. And back then, at the Victorian times, or even before, maidens or ladies, women in general, they are not expected to stay out for a long time or to linger, because it was dangerous for them. You know, they might be raped, or they might be in a threat of other man, especially if a girl is not from high class. When a girl is from middle class or less than middle class, so it's a threat for her to stay out. Okay, anyway, should not loiter in the glen in the haunts of goblin men. Do you not remember Jeannie? Who is Jeannie? It's the first time we hear about Jeannie in this poem. Well, we will see who is Jeannie. How she met them in the moonlight, took their gifts took their gifts, both choice and many, ate their fruits and wore their flowers, plucked from bowers, where summer ripens, at all hours, but never in the noonlight she pined and pined away. Sought them by night and day, found them no more, but dwindled and grew grey. So after a girl is convinced to eat the fruits of goblins, she will long again to eat these fruits again, but she won't find them anymore. They will just disappear. So it is, we can understand that they attack girls. They have maybe they sleep with them and they leave them pregnant. So, or also we can understand it through the perspective of drugs. When a person consumes drugs, he always wants to consume them more and more, right? So as I said, the poem is so confusing. Then fell with the first snow, while to this day no grass will grow where she lies low. I planted daisies there a year ago that never blow. You should not loiter so. So Lizzie is telling her sister Laura that, don't you remember Jeannie, this girl who met Goblin Man and they convinced her to buy their fruits, and after she ate these fruits she were poisoned and she died. And it's saying that no grass will grow where she lies low. The meaning of grass, in fact, we can understand that it might be about that Lizzie, after she made this mistake by accepting the goblin's gift, she lost her virginity maybe, and she stayed single all her life, so she didn't marry and she didn't have any children. So the meaning of grass it might be children. So because a fallen woman in the Victorian age will stay single, no one is going to marry her, right? So no grass will grow on her grave, as said here in the poem. You should not loiter so. Nay, hush, said Laura. Nay, hush, my sister. So, in these lines from 141 to 163, we see that Lizzie meets her sister, her fallen sister, at the door, and she reproaches her by giving Jeannie as an example, and also as a foreshadowing for Laura's fate. So we will see, will Laura face the same fate as Jeannie or not? Or will Laura will be, will she be like save it in this poem, or is she gonna die just like Jeannie? So Jeannie were deceived by goblin men. Jeannie can also be a metaphor for Victorian women who were slept with and then left pregnant. No grass grow where she lies low. It may mean also that no one would wed her or marry her after she loses her pureness. So now, after Lizzie talked to her sister and told her that don't trust goblins, they are so dangerous and they did this and that with Jeannie, so be careful, my sister. So what is Laura, this little Laura, is going to say? Nay, hush, said Laura. Nay, hush, my sister. I ate and ate my fill, yet my mouth waters still. Tomorrow night I will buy more, and kissed her. Have done with sorrow. I will bring you plums tomorrow, fresh on their mother's twigs. So Laura is confessing that, well, sister, I have done it. I have eaten the fruits of goblins. Cherries worth getting. You cannot think that figs my teeth have met in. What melons icy cold, piled on a dish of gold, too huge for me to hold. Look, too huge for me to hold. Again, I don't know. It is really confusing. Too huge for me to hold. Is the fruits really too huge for her to hold, or is it another thing? I don't know. What peaches with a velvet nap, pellucid grapes without one seed. So the grapes has no seed in them. Odorous indeed must be the mead whereon they grow, and pure the wave they drink, with lilies at the brink, and sugars with their sap. So as I said also in these lines, Laura did confess that she met a danger. Instead, she wanted more fruit, okay? Instead of stopping, and being careful, she wants to eat more. It might serve the theme of the power of drugs, as I said. So when you eat something, and this thing is dangerous or poisoned, and you want to eat it again, it's like drugs or smoking or this, things. So in this line now, Goldenhead, after she confessed to her sister that she ate and she told her about the taste of these fruits, then the sisters are at home. So Goldenhead by Goldenhead, like two pigeons in one nest, folded in each other's wings, they lay down in their curtained bed, like two blossoms on one stem, like two flakes on new fallen snow, like two wands of ivory tipped with gold for awful kings. Moon and stars gazed in at them. Wind sang to them lullaby. Lumbering owls forbore to fly. Not a bat flapped to and fro round their rest, cheek to cheek and breast to breast, locked together in one nest. Well, again cheek to cheek and breast to breast, like there is also some sense or ideas when you read the lines. You feel that there is, gay sex, or even, why the sisters are sleeping like that, like cheek to cheek and breast to breast. I don't know. But when I read, I feel that the words are really sexual. Laura sleeps next to her sister. So here, in these lines, the idea is that Laura sleeps next to her sister. I'm just making the poem simple by writing here, or I just write the ideas if there is a theme or an idea, and I also try to simplify the lines, the poetic sentences into these easy sentences for students to understand. So Laura sleeps next to her sister calmly and peacefully. The words used in this poem is so sexual, as I said, like cheek to cheek and breast to breast, even between the two sisters. Well, early in the morning, when the first cock crowded his warning, neat like bees and sweet and busy, Laura rose with Lizzie, fetched in honey, milked the cows, aired and set right the house, kneaded cakes of whitest wheat. So, look at the job of the two sisters. They are very rural, right? And they are very innocent girls. Like, they are taking care of the home, like milking the cows and looking after chicken and these innocent works as two young sisters. So cakes for dainty mouths to eat, next churned butter, whipped up cream, fed their poultry, sat and sweat, talked as modest maidens should, Lizzie with an open heart, Laura in an absent dream, one content, one seeking part, one warbling for the mere bright day's delight, one longing for the night. So Lizzie is described here as she is okay, she is active, but Lara, no. Lara is in a bad situation. So the sisters are represented as home makers, angels in the house, and in the Victorian age we use this sentence to describe women in the Victorian age as angels in the house. So very Victorian women, they do their duties, but Lara is not okay while working. What is the duties of the two sisters? Is looking after the cows, milking them, and fetching honey and all these works. So again, to summarize this video and this part, we say that the two sisters, Laura came back home and she told her sister that she did the sorrow, that she ate the fruits, and Lizzie reproaches her and tells her that this is wrong and you must not do that. So then they are working and they are doing their duties at home, but Lara is not really good. So I will be ending or I will be finalizing this video here. Hopefully I will continue explaining the poem in another videos. So have a good night and God bless you. See you in another video. Please subscribe in the channel and like the videos in order for me to continue doing this wax. Have a very great night.